Okay, so these are some questions that you guys sent me. Will Jungkook resume? Because there's a lot of chatter going online about Jungkook immediately resuming his solo activities after discharge from the military. There are some publications that are mentioning that, but nothing that are coming from financial institutions, certainly nothing coming from Hybe or Big Hit. So I will just say take it with a grain of salt. I think it is great. If he decides he wants to do a tour, he wants to release an album after getting discharged from the military, that's great. I mean, that happy for all of us, right? And I will be here for it. If he decides to do a tour, I will make sure to watch his show, especially when he does a stop in LA. If he doesn't do a stop in LA, I'm going to follow him. So I think it's great. Don't like a lot of these posts are coming from solo accounts that are, and when I mean not just solo but toxic solo accounts, because they are so itchy, they're so eager to have the members leave the group. So they're spreading these rumors and whatever. So if you welcome the idea, they're going to shut up. If you oppose the idea, it's going to fuel them to keep on answering and replying to you, which is what they want. They want attention, they want engagement, and they want the chance to be able to repeat their belief that members should actually leave the group. Okay, so if he does that, fine and well, we will all support it, I'm sure. But right now, all this talk, they're coming from certain publications, one there, here, there, certain Twitter account, but nothing that's coming from financial institutions, and certainly nothing coming from Big Hit. Okay, so if somebody mentions it, just say, great. If he does it, perfect. JK has a profile on Ticketmaster. I think it's because of his past shows. So once you have ticketing there, it will always be there. So he's had that for a long time, a really, really long time. But as I've said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If somebody says, oh, he's going to do solo activities, great. That's perfect. I mean, he's a great artist. I'm sure that that's where they're headed anyway. After you do, just in case, just for example, they decide to do all group activities first. After that, they're still going to go solo. So it doesn't matter. The more you get affected and get irritated, the more they're going to say it. So if it doesn't matter, if it has no bearing in your support or whatever, then you're just going to take away that one thing that they want, which is attention. So leave them be. They want to say it, they want to manifest it, they want to, great. And personally, that's really how I feel. If he decides to do solo activities before they do group activities, I will support it. It doesn't matter. I will support it just as much as I'm supporting Jin, and just as much as I'm supporting J-Hope. It's great, good for Jungkook. We want that because we want all BTS members to be successful, all of them, not a single person left behind. Okay. Next question that you asked me: if Jin is going on tour July and August, how will he help in the album production of BTS? I I don't think even BTS knows how their dynamics will evolve. I don't think they know that yet. I think, if at all, and this is just my personal speculation, I have absolutely no proof, none whatsoever. I think all they know is that I want all of it, that like, okay, I we let's do something together. Let's do this comeback, let's do this tour, and we'll do an album. But I think beyond that, they're not sure yet. They probably have ideas, nothing concrete yet. They're not allowed to do anything anyway, as of now. But I don't think until they actually come together and start working, that's the only time their dynamic and where each member gets placed in that dynamic, that's the only time they will know. So let's also not stress about it. I am pretty sure that Jin told the group members about it, the other members, about his plan to do a tour, and I'm sure they're all okay with it. I have absolutely no doubt that they will be just as supportive. Now, how he's going to be participating in the album, we will know. And I think that's part, instead of getting agitated about it or impatient. Well, I guess it's natural to be impatient, but instead of getting agitated about it, turn it into excitement. Like if things questions like this and you're like, oh my god, what's going to happen or whatever, be excited about this. It has to be something that we will be looking forward to. So turn it into positive, so that it doesn't stress you out. it might stress you out in a good way. Like this is the welcome stress of thinking about how they're going to do the album next, now that things have changed drastically. But I don't think you should be stressing about one member not getting to participate. Also, if for example one member does not help in the writing of the songs, each member has already proven that they can write, and they have very very successful solo careers. So this is a different entity. BTS is a different entity, and then they have their solo careers. And the reason they all did their solo careers is so that they can bring out the things that they can't with a group. So I don't think it would matter to them. I think all of them will be contributing at the end of it in one way or another. And I think what matters to them is the thing that they will create together. So I think they had plans set up pre-enlistment. Next, they will refine plans. Probably, yeah. Probably pre-enlistment. They probably have like a plan on, and maybe the other members of Big Hit, like P Dog, maybe even Bang Shiok. They're probably gathering beats, some things that they can put together, and maybe when BTS comes out, uh, gets discharged, they're probably going to go, okay, I have some materials here. Do you want to take a look at something? And maybe we can put it together. Maybe that's how it's going to go. So I think people's stress is the fear of the members breaking up, which is valid because they might not stay together forever. I think they've already mentioned, BTS members have already mentioned they want to stay together for a really long time. So I mean, am I going to believe them or somebody else? I'm going to believe them. Now, do I expect them to be this active for the rest of their lives? Absolutely not. That's impossible. I mean, at some point, someone's going to get married, someone's going to want to do something else. Their buddy is not going to allow them to do something like this for the rest of their lives. So I think at some point they're going to slow down. Maybe make a comeback every 2 3 years. I don't know, but I will count on what they said, that as of now, what they want is to stay together for a really long time. So let's see. Yeah. Okay. People think about Yoko. I think Jin going on tour would give the others time to prepare for if they want to do anything. By the time Jin tour is coming to an end, another member may announce their activity and so on and so on. Maybe. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe we're all wrong. Right? It's BTS. Okay, next question that you sent. Will the vocal line participate more in the production of the new album? Just like what I said in the previous question, I don't think that even they know that yet. I think even they are going to feel things out, and until they actually start working together, this is just speculation. Again, I don't know them. I've never been in the same room with the seven of them together. uh, I don't think that I think even they will are excited to discover how the dynamics will change once they come back together. So let's see what's going to happen. If the vocal line decides to have minimal participation or whatever, I also am not worried. I think the vocal line is just excited to be back together with the team. um I also think that they have, which we have to admit, that they have some unfinished business. Like the Map of the Soul tour was supposed to be the biggest, and they were going to do all stadiums, and it was going to be so exciting. They've sold out all the venues at pre-sale. So, and then they had to cut it off. And I think all of them are like, oh my God, that's the one we need to, that's unfinished business. I'm sure that you've gone through, you've had unfinished businesses in your lives, and that there is nothing you won't do to get it done. So just to get it done, I'm sure that's one of the things that they want to do this tour, because this is a tour that was meant to happen 5 years ago and they couldn't do it. Okay. um BTS in the soup. BTS grandpas probably just playing cards and sleeping. I would love to see like little kids, their kids just playing around. Oh my God, I think I would be so entertained. Just, or maybe even like in the soup, there's just this one kid and all of them are, just spoiling the kids to no end. Just, I would love that. Okay. Hasn't Hive already said in their annual report that BTS is reported to start BTS related activities performance in Q4 of 2025? Yeah, we don't know what that means though. It could be a Christmas special, it could be an album. Some financial companies in their reports said that it's going to the album is predicted to be released Q4 of 2025. But if there's anything we know about BTS is that things always move. So let's see. Halina said, I'm sure the vocal line will do more than expected towards the new album. Maybe. I mean, there are so many scenarios in my head that I'm envisioning or imagining how things are going to be playing out. It could be that the the songwriting is going to be more spread out because after, you know, if you've experienced a certain amount of success, like an individual success, it kind of changes you on how you deal with a group, right? And so, but then how it's going to change you could differ. There's also the possibility. So it could be that because they're more confident that they can launch hits, they would be more confident in contributing to BTS. So that's one scenario. The other scenario would be this is they know BTS a certain persona and a certain process before they started doing their individual careers. So there's a huge possibility as well when they would want to just fit back into their old roles. That's also a possibility. So we don't know. Um, so let's see. There are so many ways it could go. It could, because one thing that we also need to consider is that they've they're poised to do individual activities, right? And they should, because we have seen what they can do individually. And I think locking them just in BTS and not allowing them to do, which I don't think anyone can stop them anyway, but not giving them a chance to do and explore solo activities is such an injustice to their talent. So one thing that we need to consider is that I think they're also thinking about that, right? So the question is, how are they going to think about it, and when, given the OT7 activities, are they going to do and plan their individual activities while they are doing OT7 activities, or are they all going to say, let's let go of everything, let's let us let go of everything else and just think about OT7, and then we'll think about our individual careers after, which I think is kind of impossible. But let's see. When you mentioned talking about solos on the preview for this, did you mean the guys' activities or solo fans? Curious if about fans, were you still going to talk about it? Yes, I'm still going to talk about it. Do you want to talk about it now? This it's actually just someone sent me a question about solo activities, and um, not really a question, but more of a complaint. Several people sent a lot of complaints, and I think this still triggered by the AMA thingy. No, it's still, the voting is still going on. I think the voting ends on the 20th. I think on the show day itself is when it's going to end. So um, a lot of people are like, a lot of armies are bothered by solo, like fans of just one member and who's just supporting one member. Um, do I talk about this now? Accurate reaction. Do I want to talk about it now? Um, okay, so number one, the reason that you're bothered by it is because you see them. You see the solos on your timeline, on YouTube recommending videos to you. You see them on X, on Thread, on whatever it is social media that you're in, you see them. And that is why you're bothered. Let me put this guy down first. You want to go down? Say bye bye. Say bye. Say bye. See, he's so dramatic like this. Say bye, say bye bye to them. He's like, I have no fur. Okay, love you, love you. Mm. I have 35 more minutes, and then I'm gonna take you out to walk. Hmm? Okay, okay, love you. He's a furless baby. He's a furless fur baby. Night, good night. Okay, under the bed is his favorite place. Okay, so that's one. The reason that you see a lot of it is because you see it on your timeline. It's getting recommended by YouTube. And quite honestly, there's the only way you won't, if you don't see them, you won't be bothered by it, right? Um, I will talk about the algorithm. That's supposedly my next topic. So if you're not if you're not seeing them, you won't be bothered by it. And remember, I did a presentation on how social media is actually designed to keep you in the media, in the platform, not designed to give you the truth. That is why it studies what you like clicking on and give you more of that, because it will make you stay in their platform. So the more you engage on content of toxic solo fans, then the more the platform will give it to you. The only way you won't be able to see them is to actually control your algorithm. And you do that by engaging on OT7 content. So if you know that this account is a toxic solo, block, then the algorithm will stop giving it to you. It is the only way, because there is absolutely no way now or in the future will you be able to tell these people, or will you be able to stop toxic solos from existing? That's out of the question. That's not going to happen. And to a certain degree, it's all because BTS members have solo activities. So for as long as they are doing their solo activities, they are going to attract fans that are just fans of them. And some of these fans will turn out to be toxic ones. That's just part of it. From Michael Jackson to the Beatles to Britney Spears to Justin Timberlake to One Direction, all of these stars, to Whitney Houston, to whoever, even whoever that is, they've always had fans that are toxic. Okay. It doesn't mean that these solo toxic fans are the majority. They're just noisy. They're just the loud majority, number one. Sorry, they're the loud minority, number one. And second, they're loud because you're allowing them in your algorithm. So if you don't want to listen to them anymore, if you don't want to see their posts, block. Be active and block, block, block. Anytime you see any content that disparages other members, that talk shit about other members, block. And then like, retweet, share, whatever content that is OT7. Then that's the only content that the algorithm is going to give you. But always remember, if your hope is to not see, is for this toxic solo fans to not exist anymore, that's not going to happen. They're there for better or for worse. Um, but even friendly armies are arguing over who should get the vote. I'm done with it. I just vote for both. Those that are arguing, unless they're arguing for both, are probably not real OT7. I have seen toxicity for both sides, for RM, for Jimin. It's just that most of the time it's the toxicity towards Jimin that I see, because there's more. I'm just going to be blatant, because there's more Jimin solo fans, right? And so they tend to, there's more of them retweeting, there's more of them commenting, there's more of them posting about it, so you will see more of it, as opposed to those that are fighting for RM, there's less of them, so you don't see a lot of them. Either way, any account that talks shit about Jimin or talk shit about RM, I just block, because it's not worth my time. It's not worth my time because I have this channel outside of my full-time job, which is not exactly an easy job. It's that it requires my thinking and my concentration. Outside of my full-time job, I have a business, and I have this channel, and then I have a dog, and I have a mom, and I have a niece that all require my time. I cannot allow myself to be pulled away, or I can't allow a single brain cell to be put into something non-productive. So the minute you say something, you do not get a second chance for me. Say something and you will get blocked. I don't care if, probably I'm blocking some people that I'm interpreting the wrong way. That's fine. I mean, sure, whatever. So just block it. The other thing is, you also gotta appreciate the fact that they will, once BTS members start their solo careers again, they're gonna contribute the same way the toxic fans of Britney Spears, the toxic fans of One Direction, the toxic fans of Michael Jackson, or Tate McRae, or Billy, or Sabrina. They have toxic fans, but even if they're toxic, they help in the streaming, in buying their albums, going to their concerts, trending them in social media. So that's the same for these toxic fans. They will still help. We don't want to admit it, we don't want to hear it, and we don't have to, but they will help. So so it's on you. If you feel irritated that they exist, if you feel irritated for the things that they're saying, it's on you, it's not on them. Okay. I think Army needs to make that distinction, because we risk alienating new fans of individual members by label solos all the time.